Hey guys, or 1 through 4 here. Got another Easter deck profile for you guys. I'm not sure exactly when these are going to get uploaded, but who knows. This one is for my Kagero deck for set 2. I'm also going to be answering a lot of questions that I've gotten in emails or messages as for like the different choices I made in the second, why I don't run certain cards. Starting Vanguard is obviously Lizard Soldier Conroe. It's the best Kagero starting Vanguard even as of set 5, unless you're running an Amber Dragon deck, which I'm sort of messing around with some numbers on, just because I like the Amber Dragons. Ride a Kagero on top, move to rear guard, counterblast 1, retire, grab grade 1 or lower. It's a good card. Next, we're going to go into the rest of my grade 0s, aka my trigger units. I am running 8 critical triggers, 4 Rakshas, and 4 Tars. I think this deck the way I run it is a lot of just aggressive plow down onto their stuff, and with all these critical triggers, I force them to use up their shields a lot more, and they're like the perfect defenders faster and just intercept more. So I think the 8 triggers line is really good for this deck. Next, I switched my draw triggers to 4 Gatling Claw Dragons. Because of the whole hit effect. Counterblast 1, move it to soul, retire one of your opponent's grade 0 units. This is really important to retire, if you can get this early off, to retire your opponent's Barkle, so they don't get their superior ride chain off. So yeah, Gatling Claw Dragons. Then I am running, of course, the 4 Genjos as heal triggers. Those are my grade 0 units. Onto my grade 1s. Running 4 bars. Obviously, the bars to get is the 8K vanilla, and it's good in the back row. Like the back row, it was good. Running 3 Flame of Hope Airmos. Airmos really good to ditch those unwanted cards that you have in your hand, and to draw into hopefully new ones. I really like putting him behind the Vanguard. I think that's probably his best location, because especially earlier game when you're trying to get a good hand, people aren't willing to block the Vanguard as much because of the drive trigger thing, and even in general, people are less willing to guard the Vanguard than they are just because the attack has the potential to get higher than you block for. But anyways, yeah, 3 Airmos. I am running 2 Gojos for the card swap. I think it's best when this is your first Vanguard and your grade 1 Vanguard and you're going first. Later on in the game, oftentimes I'm just using it as a 7K booster. Next, I'm running 2 Rakshas. Counterblast 1, move to soul. Retire grade 1. It's good for clearing out some of those 8K back row units late in the game, and it's a 6K booster, so it isn't bad. Like, if your opponent is running you ragged with some 8K back rows, just pop them out of the way. And then I'm running 2 Baris. I wish I had a 3rd Bari, and I'd replace my 3rd Airmo with it, but it's not high on my priority list to get right now, so only 2 Baris for right now. Also, for some reason, my Walmart near my house is carrying Vanguard cards. Is anybody else's? Maybe my Walmart's weird. Anyways, grade 2s. Running 4 Berserk Dragons. It's sort of like the Blaster Blade unit for Kageros. Counterblast 2, retire 2 or lower. So it hits, like, Blaster Blade is the only one that really hits 2 or higher, except technically Blaster Dark does, but Blaster Dark has to be the Vanguard to get its effect off. I think I like this unit. You're pretty much just using their effects to kill grade 2s anyways. But I guess this one can be used to take out those Barkles and unused Conros and stuff. Running 4 Dragon Knight Nihilums. 10k vanilla, plus it looks pretty badass. Running 2 Wyvern Strike Taegis. Hits those back row units. Get some of the peskier ones out of the way. Also, it's good if you're getting to your grade 2 second and you're facing Royal Paladins, knock out that Barkle. Like, if you notice I'm talking about knocking out Barkle a lot, it's just because of how much of an issue that ride-up chain is. Everybody should realize how annoying that ride-up chain is. And then I'm running 2 Dragonite Bergers for the special intercept. I think it's a good option for right now. I want to replace it later with some other stuff, but whatever. Those are all my grade 2s. What are my grade 3s? I'm running 2 Dragon Knight Goku or Dragon Monk Gokus. I like the little Gokus. Of the units that have the effects when they reveal a grade 3 as the drive trigger, I think Goku is one of the better ones. Retire grade 1 or lower opponent's rear guard. I just think that after a certain point, Goku becomes a little iffy, and I like to rewrite him into Dragonic Overlord or something else. Pretty much Dragonic Overlord. If I'm mostly out of grade 3s, he's sort of pointless to be your Vanguard. But I still really like him, so 2 Gokus. I'm running 2 Blazing Flare Dragons. There's a lot of rear guard retiring in this deck, especially a decent bit during the main phase. So you get, oh, sorry about that, you get his effect off to increase his power to 13. I think it's 13? Yeah, 13k during your turn. You rarely will get his Soul Blast off, but I'm not playing him as a Vanguard. I'm playing him as a rearguard unit. And then I am running 4 Dragonic Overlords, because Dragonic Overlord is boss. I wish I had all of this artwork of Dragonic Overlord, but whatever. He's great as the Vanguard. He's great as the rearguard. His counterblast is ridiculous. He's huge. He's really good right now. So that's what I'm running in my deck. And now I'm going to answer a couple of commonly asked questions that people leave for me. Why am I not running the ride-up chains for the Aleph ride-up chain? Why am I not running the Blazing Flare ride-up chain? Okay. I like ride-up chains when they do not inherently minus you and or are gimmicky to do. Okay, both of those chains require me to have the grade 1 and the grade 0 unit played, ride the grade 2, put them into the soul to get the grade 3 out. Okay. Problem with that deck is that it was both of those lines. 2 things. 1, both lines make me run cards I do not want to have to run. The grade 2 for both of them are completely useless. And I'm not clogging with some crappy, I think they're both 8Kers. They might even be 9Kers, but I'm not trapping up my deck with stuff like that that are going to be completely useless once they get that ride-off chain, and it's going to minus me by 2 cards. You got Vanguard and 2 rearguard units. You're losing 2 of your own rearguard units to get a gimmicky superior ride-off, and it isn't even something spectacular. The new ride-up chain for Gold Paladins is a good example. That ride-up chain actually ends up pretty much breaking even. Sure, you have to ride the grade 2, but I'm already going to be running the grade 2. The grade 0 is already going to be pulled out from under my Vanguard, so I'm already inherently plussing off of that. And I'm going to be already running the grade 1 and 4, because it's the 8K vanilla, and I'm already going to be running 4 of the grade 3. So that ride-up chain, if I get it off its neat and it breaks even because it's +1, -1, thin a card from the deck, so I count it as pretty much breaking even, if not maybe going a little bit in plus. I have to run cards I don't want to run, and I'm not ending on something spectacular. I don't want to run the grade 2 or the grade 1 of this line. And for the LF line, I don't want to run the grade 3 or the grade 2. So I'm not going to run it. And getting to grade 3 a turn early isn't worth me having a bunch of cards in the deck that really aren't that good just to try to get it off. And if I miss it, then I'm shit out of luck and running cards I don't need. Anyways, this is order 1 through 4. Signing out for Kagero.